It's time to go in the trenches with AQ Shipley.
Hell yeah, here we go.
AQ, we're excited for this one because there's a lot go running in the divisional round.
There is, and it's a shame the Green Bay Packers didn't win because they had some. They ran the shit out of the ball and had some really good stuff going.
Aaron Jones, fourth quarter, 50-some yard run.
Bingo.
Thought that one was over.
I know.
I think we all thought that thing was over.
The 49ers got to get that fixed because they attacked the edges. That was a clear game plan by the Packers. I wish I could talk more about it.
Receivers.
A lot of receiver blocking, a lot of get to the edge, and they gashed them.
You think MCDC saw that or no?
Everybody sees it, but again, everybody's got to. It's like I said, Bowles had a completely different game plan. And all the shit we talked about the week before, none of it showed up, just like I thought it would.
Okay, sweet.
But here we go. Let's talk about this one, and this is why this is an absolute nightmare, right? We got the Baltimore Ravens, and when they get in short yardage or goal line, you can't be right because they're going to fake the counter this way, but the X factor. They got Ricard going, so everybody's following him. Oh shit! They think it's just a downhill run. Nope. Let's go with the whirly bird out.
Oh no!
And you get the tackle out in front. Ooh. I mean, it's like stealing candy. It really is.
Yeah, that play should be illegal.
It really should. I mean, Kyler Murray does it too. When you got a guy like that and they cram the box inside on short yardage or goal line, that clearly is the guy. Hey, we're gonna follow 42 in the pulling guard. Oh shit! Don't go to him.
Look at the ball action.
Everybody just goes out. Yep, exactly. He does a great job.
Tougher. Yeah, I mean, pretty easy when Stanley's holding on the outside.
I mean, the left guard held the shit out of him too. I mean,
hey, they're not calling anything. It's a lot of shit going on in there. They're not seeing any of that stuff
the
on the
playoffs
inside.
have been very let them play.
Love it.
Exactly. And look, Houston gets in a goal line defense. I mean, shit, they're in a 6-2. Safeties are down. You only got one guy deep, really, and they crash hard here, which that. Right there. That's
AQ, what if 95 goes upfield right away and tries to set the edge?
Yeah, I mean now you're in a predicament. Now you're in a predicament because now Lamar's got to make somebody miss out in space, but you are banking on that. And look, Stanley does a good job. He goes like that, and he's literally letting him. He's oversetting to the outside to get him to go inside, so then he can just bluff him and get outside. There it is. Steals one.
And then, tackles a guy.
Yep. And that's ridiculous.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean that's
just he doesn't take a big shot either.
Nope. Ever. He always knows when to get down.
Even on that draw. He takes a shot, but it's never that big.
It's never fully clean,
yeah,
right?
It's weird.
Yeah. This play was awesome. And look, everybody's talking about this one. You're going to see the tight end going to kind of start his motion, and we've seen it all. Everybody's talked about it on TV. Purdy sees the play clock going down. No, we don't need him to go. We're going to get him back in the fullback. Now watch this. Oh, no, stay.
Because Juszczyk is telling him to go over yonder. Hey, pal, you're supposed to be over here.
Yep.
And old Brock Purdy says, nah, we don't have enough time, guys.
Bingo.
This is a part of George Kittle potentially saying that Brock Purdy was starting to express some of his opinions, loved hearing it.
Absolutely. And this is huge by him, actually, because a lot of young quarterbacks, they just look at the playbook and they're like, shit, we know we got to send the motion. But he knows that no matter whether he's over there or whether he's over here, we can still get the play off. And they're able to do that. They end up running the zone here. We get Juszczyk up on the safety. He's going to go inside out, help him. Watch the job here. Look at that fucking hole. We get him one-on-one with a safety. Whoop! Now watch this block. Oh, now sure you guys are all going to say, oh, fuck, block in the back. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit, but boys are playing.
But they're playing, and you always have to give credit to the Ayuk, to Jennings, to all those guys because they're the ones that make these home run plays hit because they come down, they hustle, they get a fucking block at the safety at 12 yards. Right as he's about to get some ankles, and boom, we're out the gate.
How nice that grass is.
Gorgeous.
What would you call this run scheme?
This is 26 zone. So fullback and tight end are working in cahoots. They got Sam to strong safety, but that's the beauty about always having a fullback is now we create angles because if we don't have a fullback, this pushes out to here. That center now has to get to here, but because you have the fullback, we get angles and we're able to get everybody up inside.
Well, don't you think AQ also like the quarterback reverse pivot and pitching it is much different than him opening it up and handing it off?
Huge, because it gets these guys flowing, right? And they love doing this. And now watch. Who knows? I don't want to give away anything.
They want you to think They want you to think, hey, this is going wide. We got to take off. We got to get on our horse, and then boom, they knock it right up the middle.
That's exactly right. And then they also have the cutback out of that too. They get the toss scheme, get everybody flowing. They seal everybody to this side, and then you get the huge cut right there. You get everything going back. They'll let him get across. I mean, they got so much shit out of this. It's so good.
Who's the offensive line coach?
Chris Furster.
He's one of the best in the history of football, right?
Oh,
in
yeah.
the history
Big
of football.
time.
Big time, yeah.
He has to be good.
Has to be.
Must be.
If he wasn't the best, he'd be fucking pushing a broom somewhere.
Right, bingo.
That's exactly right.
He must be the greatest to ever. Yep.
Yeah.
And you just think about all that. If you could spin it.
The high energy guy.
Yep, absolutely.
The high energy
You
guy.
do
That's
not
it.
want to see him in an alley.
How about the Chiefs getting in the trenches?
Here we
I love
go.
it. I love it. And look who the back is that gets on this. right? It's not Pacheco. We got Edwards Hilaire.
Paho?
Pacheco.
Pachenko?
Did I add an N in there? Sorry. Anyways, we got
Sorry,
Edwards
husband.
Hilaire coming out here, but this is, I mean, he runs about a 4.7 40, but that's okay.
Whoa.
We get the down block by Trey Smith, and here's the key, right? So let's go back real quick. I love this scheme because all this is a classic inside zone, but what they're doing is they cut the defense right here. We've seen this a bunch. Now, this is a great job by this tackle because he's got to reach him, but then when he gets the slant here, he's got to be able to take one step and redirect and pin him down inside, so then Creed gets around and gets the backer.
Oh, yeah, Tony Romo said they're pulling a center, Jim.
Yeah.
Remember? They don't normally do that.
And this is just an adjustment to your classic inside zone because they would normally do that, but then you get full flow. So now they cut the defense, and then you get the kick out, and then boom, out in
With
space,
Jason
he gets
Kelsey
20.
in the building. Jason Kelsey, probably the most notorious center that's ever pulled.
They kind of started it with him, and then on the other side of this game, Mitch Morse does this play a lot.
Mitch?
They do a lot with
Okay.
with the
Big
athletic
Texas
center.
boy.
That
Yep.
big son of a bitch, 62 running downfield, Joe Tunley. What is the deal with him and his pec? Do you think he's going to be able to?
I don't know, man. It
Tooney,
looked tough.
excuse me.
I don't know if you saw the play, so where we're looking, right? So he's got the 3-tech here, and he literally, it was the touchdown, the last touchdown. He goes like this to get him up the field, and the guy's ripping here, and he goes to torque him out. And right when he went to torque this,
Gave out.
you see him just go down and grab.
And the pack pretty important for offensive line.
Especially the inside pec. I don't think people realize that. Listen, when you're playing guard, that hole when you set as the left guard, this arm is huge because that stops the inside move. That stops everything. All the power comes from there. You're torquing here.
Jeez.
So is he,
This is big.
The
This is
strain.
big.
They're calling it a strain.
They're calling it a strain, but this is a big deal. We
But
got
a
to watch that
strain
moving
is a
forward.
small tear. Right?
Yeah.
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 it's
I also saw
Go ahead.
the running back has a toe this week. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not practice
Pacheco?
today.
yeah.
Him and Tooney did not practice.
Yeah.
Well,
It's Wednesday.
stage.
Still early.
And championship week on a Wednesday. Come on.
Still early.
oh, the brand new Lions.
Hell yeah.
It's been their mentality.
Yep.
Listen, I got them. If we're gonna play that game, this is the best offensive line going into championship weekend, hands down.
Let's go. Come on,
It's
AQ.
the best
Hands down.
defensive line.
In my opinion, this is going to be a great matchup. But again, this is the exact same scheme that the 49ers ran. These two are in cahoots, right? They're working Sam to strong safety. There it is. Boom to boom. But the key is, watch this guy on the backside. He does the old Trent Williams move, the little swipe down, right? We've seen that a bunch where Trent goes like this,
Veteran.
gets him down, and now you get the seal, and there's the cutback. And then he runs up on. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
see ya.
See you later.
What do you say to that?
And look at
Pro
St. Brown.
Bowl, All-Pro
Ross.
safety with 40 yards of space in between. You run up on his feet and got to make a move one way or another. It's tough.
Yeah, look at
Yep,
that.
right there. You're right. St. Brown.
Great block.
Beauty.
That's what puts it. That's always the one that gets you in the end zone. I promise you. The receiver blocks downfield are always the one that gets you in the end zone.
And is that all coaching? That's all.
All coaching. It's all culture too.
Yeah.
It really starts with the head guy. We can say that across the board. It starts with the head guy, then it starts with your position coach, then it starts with just the one, two.
Every day in practice, every single day, I'm sure they're on them. Like, if they're not putting a
so
body
tough.
on a body down there, they kill them.
That's
What's
exactly
that,
right.
T-Butt?
That is so tough. Hey, that's your nightmare right there is a free safety. That right there. One-on-one.
Oh,
And it-
big
50-way go on you.
Gaping hole.
And it's Gibbs.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
Gibbs.
that's why you draft him right there.
So if you look across the field, it's 53 and a third yards wide. Yeah, it's going to be hard to count that, but
That was pretty accurate.
that's all the space that is available for him, and you were trying to stop it with no angle at all on anything, and a bad draft pick exposes.
Yep.
He could have went the other way, and I saw Jamison Williams, I think, coming in on the backside. So, I mean, he could have went either way there
I mean,
would have had it.
if he might set that son of a bitch up for this week, if that happens again, fake left and leave someone in the dust.
Gibbs
head
is
right.
phenomenal. Montgomery also.
So
Yes.
And the best offensive line left is what AQ Shipley says.
I would say the toughest offensive line as well.
Are we showing the Ragnall?
Oh, let me pull it up.
Frank the Tank.
Let me pull it up. Foxy says, AQ didn't want to see this, but
I love it.
I certainly
love it.
saved it.
Not that much. though.
Ragnall's playing, right?
Here it is right here.
So, and Ragnar said it in his post-game press conference. This is the duo play. So here's how you block the duo play, especially when they get in a 5-3 diamond look on the goal line.
What's that mean?
Okay, so you got 5 defensive linemen, and then they put an extra backer in on the goal line. Always on goal line defense. You got 8 in the front. Normal 7. You add an extra linebacker, make it front 8. So you get the diamond. The reason it's called a diamond is because you got the 3 across, so it creates like boom, and then there's a guy back there, so it's ding, 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 right? There it is. There's your little diamond, right?
Okay.
So always in this look when you run the duo play, your double team is here, your double team is here. So if they're running it this way, which they did, you get the deuce block to there. You get the slip block to there. Mano y mano.
Jeez.
With 360 pounds of Vita Vea.
And also,
That
what was
worst
right
case
now going
scenario?
through?
Right ankle and right knee.
There it is. There it is.
This is 4th and 1.
Yeah,
Fourth and goal from the 1, right? And it's
and he gets rolled up on. Yeah.
and that is all you want. The whole thing is like I've been told a billion times. It's the same thing as punt protection or field goal protection. They just die slowly.
Look at him.
But he doesn't get moved, and that's the best part. Like, there's no penetration. The only thing that can stop that play is if he penetrates and makes the play, but there's no penetration.
Blocking from
He had a knee, an ankle,
and an ankle. Yeah.
He said he felt a little stiff, but he feels better than he thought he would, I think.
Turtles.
And he's got, I gotta give love, he's got the best in the business for getting guys back. Brett Fisher.
That's his body guru?
So Brett Fisher was like the #1 physical therapist. Guys would, anytime somebody had a surgery, they'd go into Phoenix.
Not Guerrero?
And they'd go to him to get back on the field. Well, Brett took the head training job of the Detroit Lions.
Wow, good play by the Lions.
Yeah, about a month ago, he had a meniscus surgery. Was back in a week and a half.
Jesus.
What?
Yes.
When did this guy get signed to the Lions? Within the last couple of years? Is it part of the whole culture thing?
They drafted him in the first round.
No.
Fisher?
Yeah.
This first year this year.
They get a guy back from a meniscus and
Got Laporta back in 4 days.
Who is this fucking guy?
What is this thing?
Guru.
What's his name?
Brett Fisher.
What a good hire by the fucking Lions.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say there, AJ? We kind of all stepped on you, obviously.
Oh, no, I was just asking AQ. If you're a center, is this worst case scenario when you have a guy like Vita Vea and he is head up 3 inches from your face mask? Is that the toughest block?
Yeah, it's like the old school. It's the stuff that you just never want to be a part of. It's the old school Oklahoma drill where it's a clear defensive drill. Like, oh, we're about to get fucked up, right? Like, it's the worst thing. Like, all you want to do, like, as offensive lineman, you want to be able to get 1-2 feet in the ground, and when someone's right on top of you and it's a straight ahead block, you can't. Like,
And you're delayed because you got to get the ball.
hand between the legs.
And they're
Then
already.
get 2 feet in, and then start to drive. It's like, it's a nightmare.
So they get to the goal line, they go pass, 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 and the whole stadium is screaming, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. They bring in third-string running back Craig Reynolds, and everyone's like, what is going on? And they pound it right down the middle at Vita Vea. It was awesome.
yeah.
Brand
New Lions.
Hell yeah.
Fisher guy might be a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Brett Fisher's a dog. There he is.
Look at this stud.
Ran the Fisher Institute in Phoenix for a long time.
Director
Everybody.
of Player Health and Performance. Yeah, we just get people back on the field earlier than anybody ever thought it was expected. So it seems like this is happening everywhere now.
Yeah.
People are starting to kind of figure things out with the human body that they haven't had before.
That's right.
It's good for the game.
How the hell
Hell
did they
yeah.
get him there? Got your own
They had to
shit
pay him.
going on in Phoenix. You got me in Detroit.
And he helped out the Cardinals. That's how I know him. So he helped us out during
Yeah.
the football season.
So he must have got somebody from the Lions that he worked on. And then that person went back to the Lions and said, hey, this guy's a weapon, because that was happening with Guerrero. Guerrero had like a team before they did the whole TB12 thing. Guerrero had like a team of people that were working on a lot of people around the NFL. They would literally travel week to week to week. And a lot of the players, I think, from all the teams that I've talked to that had this particular thing, they're like, we need to just hire this and not let it go and help anybody else. And everybody was like, we're not bringing outsiders into our building or whatever. And then when I think TB12 started up in New England, and then down in Tampa, it becomes the whole thing. Them bringing Fisher, and I assume was a long conversation between a lot of people, but like putting egos aside and being like, what is best? Is this actually real or not? That's a great
So
hire.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together. 2 and 2 together.
Nailed it.
Disner, who's the salary cap guy for the Detroit Lions, used to be salary cap guy, Arizona Cardinals. I'm sure he had a heavy piece in saying, go get that guy.
Yeah, and it's not a bad play because he can't work on other teams too.
Yeah.
So now he's just working on your team as well, and not everybody else. And everybody says the best ability is what?
Availability.
You know,
Bingo.
and it's like actually going in and doing it. It's awesome. Good for the Detroit Lions are getting everything right.
Yeah, let's go. That's huge.
especially if it's working. You know, that'd be
Yes.
like somebody hiring Neil Elitrosh and saying like, only if our team tears an Achilles can you get back in 10 weeks or whatever. It
Yeah.
was. That's a weapon.
Weapon.
That's chess. The Lions are playing chess.
That's it.
Come on.
Just like Aaron Glenn was.
Boom.
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 Speaking of,
Speaking of, they ran this play early in the game. I think we all saw this. Here's the deal. This play is really meant. They ran it last week for a touchdown, and you got Sewell who kicks out this end, and they get the downhill. Now watch this. They fake the downhill. We get over-the-top ball handling, shows it one way, brings it back over the top. Sue arcs it, complete bluff. Up, you're fucked. You're in no man's land. Now let's get him out on the corner and we get the bounce play.
Oh,
jeez.
what a tackle.
Wow. How awesome is that?
Great tackle.
Awesome.
Great athleticism. Penny's
He's a freaking
monster.
nature.
How old is he?
23, I believe.
Yeah, he's in his like 5th year. He's like 19 years old still. It's crazy.
Look how he moves. That's not right.
And he's mean.
Oh yeah.
Mean cuss.
He's a dog. He knows it too. He looks right. Oh man.
Hey, that's a tough day for you, pal.
That's it.
I mean, Levante comes from the left side.
Woo! There it is. I love that.
That is a hell of a
That's awesome. I knew he was going to go flat.
Yeah.
That's a great.
It's a touchdown.
Took like
He's
jumped
flexing.
like false step left too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's flexing. Penny's flexing. A lot of people pretty pumped about what they did in this particular 5
That's
seconds.
exactly right. That's exactly right. How awesome is
Because
that?
look, he's going yonder.
Yeah, he takes 2 steps.
This is
Yeah, and so the only person to make this play is Levante David because you're booking him, right? Everybody else is there. You get the double team to here. You're hoping that ball handling gets him. But look how fast this guy is. That's why this guy's 100+ tackles for 12 years.
flat
in a row.
down the line, like no wasted.
Yeah.
Dog.
Hey, great work, pal.
That
Ladies and
baby
gentlemen, we
ain't
want to
All right, boys.
Thank you.
Yeah.